Welcome to Monza. It's been highly recommended the fastest way to increase driver rating and safety rating is to qualify for the race and then start off in the pits. Then you get best of both worlds. You get the points for qualifying as well as you don't have the messy starts, and all you have to do is pretty much play catch up. Now we're starting off pretty much last. We have one person that hasn't left the pits yet. I guess they're still finishing off their cup of tea. We're going to be coming down to the first yellow flashing light warning. Now it's gone to green. See, this is the stuff you miss at the start of a race. Yellow is back up on the board, and the Porsche up in front wants to add to the situation, holding up the poor Mercedes up ahead. There is a random tyre in the road. Where is the apprentice coming out to clean that up? Speaking of apprentices, there's one parked over there. Anyway, coming down this back straight, we have the Mercedes-AMG overtaking the Ford Mustang. We're getting a great run upon that Ford Mustang, and we also need to make that move. Clearly, they're a little bit slower, and we do not need to be held up. Although picking a side would be really beneficial. Not both sides, a side. Just pick one of them, bud. I'll tell you what, let's force a side. Over you go. We're going to overtake, and we have lost about 2.5 seconds from D Kirby up ahead. Not ideal, but at least we do have a bit of free air ahead of us. I mean, we're in position 16, which is absolutely brilliant. D Kirby has just overtaken that Porsche, which did hold him up ever so slightly. Hopefully we'll be able to get past that Porsche without an issue, because it's the perfect time to overtake. Okie dokie, there's Porsches parking everywhere. Who rejoins a track like that? I mean, seriously, if you're going to rejoin, stay to one side. Don't go straight across the course towards somebody else. At least we survived, and that is the main point of it, I guess. I mean, we're up to position 14 now. D Kirby 4 seconds away, lost 2 seconds from being held up by the two Porsches. Things are not going in our favor in that way, but we're still making places, we're still making gains, which is what matters most. And we have no damage on this car, so zero contact has happened yet. And I think it's probably one of very few races that I've had up to now that I haven't managed to damage that front bumper. Would like to say this Mercedes-AMG is an absolute dream to drive. I changed a few settings, made the ABS 9, traction control down to 4, and obviously map 1. I've reduced the slip as well. Probably they shouldn't have reduced their slip. It's made the car a little bit more active, a little bit more agile, and having the ABS set higher than what it was previously, where I was running about 5 or 6, has stopped that rear end overtaking us when we're mid-braking or mid-corner braking, sorry. Catch up to the Mercedes up in front. D Kirby is now 5.2 seconds ahead, so they've overtaken that car. We're in position 12, absolutely ideal. And that Mercedes is actually putting up a very good run, but there are little places here and there that we are actually gaining upon them. The hard part is going to be to overtake them as cleanly and effectively as possible. And that's the aim of the game, to make sure we keep this clean driver safety rating and not go sandcastle building as that car is on the outside. Looking to make a move up the inside here, but ultimately backing out. It's not a great place to do it, and contact is, you know, almost guaranteed going too wide through there. One of you is going to either bounce off the curb or the other one's going to take it too tight. But we got an absolutely incredible run along here now. Have the inside line of this left-hander here, breaking that little bit later onto the curb and left. They've backed out. We've secured that position. D Kirby is now 6.5 seconds away, but we're on the top 10. If any more fall off, absolutely beneficial to us, but position 8 is 7.5 seconds away, and position 7 is 16 seconds away. So that is a mountain to climb, especially when you only have 6 minutes of this race remaining. There's a person there just randomly doing donuts. And there's not a position gained either. They're a lapped par. So, I mean, each to their own, of course. If you just want to showboat to the crowd to the left-hand side, you do it. But I don't think you're going to get the sponsors that you need. Interestingly enough, D Kirby has made massive gains. They're up to position 7. So, oh no, it's changed. I think they've had an accident. There's a lot of accidents up in front. Yellow flag, Porsche to the right. Why are you... Just stay to the right. There's a car coming up. be predictable. They're going off into the gravel. I think they're just driving straight on and having a chat with somebody. Okie dokie. D Kirby 2.9 seconds ahead. 3 minutes of this race remaining, and by the time we get to our final lap, they are now 4.5 seconds ahead. So they have that little bit more pace upon us, and we do finish this race off in position 10, providing actually we don't fall off the track. We have Flopper behind us, 3.7 seconds away. One mistake and they will be all over us. I do have a feeling that Kirby up in front has body damage because we are reeling them in very, very quickly. Could be due to the accident they had on the previous lap, who knows? But I don't think we're going to be able to take that position from them. And fair driving to Kirby, absolute brilliant. Kept us on our toes, and while they were inching away lap after lap, our consistent laps have been very good. A 142.5 is our best up to now. So we'll pull over, check our scores and how we have done, make sure we have gone up the pecking order and had no real down arrows. Everything looks hunky-dory. Oh, we got a good driver badge applied. Yay! I'm out of rookies. That's always a good sign. Next race though, we're going to set a very good qualifying lap. So this is obviously one circuit already done. Coming around for lap 2. Flying down this back straight, 170 miles per hour almost. Going to take this right-hander, hold on to our butts because it does get sketchy. See the car just hopping around and there's dirt all over the windscreen. Where is the cleaner? Do we have a screen wash button? Braking at the 150 sign on the right hand side, down in second gear, kissing the curb on the left, over the sausage on the right, powering on. See, already 4 times up from our previous lap. Come around this corner. Now this is kind of a dicey corner, a little bit dodgy. If you get on that power a little bit too early, you do get pushed out wide, and if you get on the brakes too late, you don't turn in enough. And same as this one, a lot of people do like to ride that curb or bounce over the curb when they go over it. I've noticed 9 times out of 10 that this Mercedes is not friendly on that curb and will encourage a unnecessary spin. So avoidance may be that tad slower, but at least it stays on the track. Over here we go, rubbing through that curb on the right, over the sausages on the left, flat out the other side. We're going to be 5 tenths up from our previous 143.2, which is average. That's a more consistent lap time I can keep putting in. But I think our best is going to be something spectacular, hopefully. Got that power nice and early out to the side. Almost a second up already. We're going to be setting a 142.3. That's actually not bad overall. And that sets us out for position 2. And as the race starts, we're going to be set into position 3. There we go. We already have a DQ. How do you manage that? The race not even started yet. Okay, we're in the pits, waiting for that green light. Cars are going to be passing us in a minute. Excuse me, there is a queue here. Do you mind? Okay, green flag, let's go. No rush. Although they did jump the queue, kind of rude, not going to lie. Starting pretty much dead last here. And there's nobody sat in the pits waiting. Oh no, there's one person's already DNF. That was fast. I mean, record breaking fast. And green lights all the way. Look at that. Flat out round this corner. Let's hope the green lights stay. Oh no, it's coming to yellow already. Of course it did. Coming down towards the Avis sign. Hard on the brakes. There is a carnage everywhere. There's a free wheel to a good home. Just bouncing their way through the track. Never know, they might actually make it further than the car that crashed into the wall. A couple of cars buried on the left hand side. Back to green lights. There we go. A couple of positions gained. Just need to overtake this Ford Mustang as well. A little bit slower. Just need to find a safe place to do said overtake. Oh, they're letting us pass. Thank you everyone so much, sir. Very much appreciated. Again, a lot of people that do start off in the pits I didn't know are looking at increasing their driver safety rating and driver rating, and that's probably why they let us pass as well. It's not about winning, it's more about just getting those points up, making things look good. Vincent in position 1 has set a 149 for their first lap. That is a very quick lap, especially when you started off as we did. 34 seconds ahead of us. By the end of lap 1, that is incredible. Very much doubt we're going to be able to take position 1 unless they manage to crash and pile up everybody behind them. That would be ideal, and that would slow the whole pack of cars down, but I don't think that is going to happen. What's going on with the pits? They're holding hands on the way in or something? Who knows? 2 more positions gained, and we set a 2:24, but we did start further up the track and time was not on our side. Okay, Batfito up in front is 2.2 seconds ahead. They're in the Ford Mustang. We're flat out around this corner again. Yellow flag as cars are parked at the side of the track. Probably getting a hot dog. Don't know. Is there a burger van on that side? I haven't seen it, but we're going a little bit too quick to even spot one out. Through the chicane we go, out the other side in one piece. Done beautifully. Car front 2.3 seconds ahead, and the car behind 4.3 seconds away. So we're not under pressure from anybody at the moment. We just need to start applying pressure to the car up in front. Start reeling them in, overtaking, because position 11 is 11.2 seconds away. So that is quite the jump from the car ahead to start catching up to those cars. Although that time is coming down very quick. Could only presume there has been another incident, but no flag is a... Why isn't there a flag on? Oh, it is on now. Look at that. I mean, who parks there? Okay. 1.8 seconds away from the car up in front. Again, Ford Mustang. Almost 7 seconds away from the car behind. So they obviously got held up by the parked up McLaren. Yeah, that's all you can say about that one. Okay, that was not the best of corner exits, Flash, or entries. Lost a little bit of time from the car up in front. No harm, no foul. What is our lap time we're going to be setting? A 1:43.5. That's not bad considering. Obviously, seeing I can do 1:42, so we need to start keeping in that range of doing 1:42s. We have just done our best lap, end of lap 3 for start of lap 4, a 1:42.658. Car up in front is now 1.7 seconds away, so we are slowly reeling them in. Position, oh, they've just overtaken a Porsche up ahead. Hard on the brakes now, down to second gear. There's a car taking a new shortcut. Ouch. Okay, this is going to get very spicy. Mustang took a shortcut, BMW hit the wall, and the Porsche is being a Porsche. Excuse me, sir. We would like to get past, please. Be very much appreciated. Right, we're going to have a much better run here. They are going to hold over to the right hand side. They have actually let us pass. Thank you ever so much. Very much appreciated. Would have been nice if they held up the Mustang, but that was not the case. They are 0.7 seconds away. I do feel the Mustang may be a little bit quicker on power down the straights than this Mercedes, but this Mercedes does possibly handle a little bit more stable. Let me know down below which is the better car. But position 8 is now 7.7 seconds away. We're in the top 10 now. Absolutely incredible. We still have 12 minutes of this race remaining, and that can mean anybody up in front can have an incident, and we will be able to capitalize upon that. Also, it means that we could also ourselves have an incident and lose upon that. Plenty of people in the pits, as well as Bafito behind us is holding in that slipstream. They are 0.8 seconds away. And by the time we jump to lap 7, we catch up to position 8 up in front. And Bafito is still 0.7 seconds behind us. This is going to be sketchy. Going around the outside here is a brave move to make, but we pulled it off. What an incredible feat. Braking at the Avis board, down to second gear, and through the chicane we go. I think the Mustang went a little bit deep there, but they are going to be holding up. Bafito behind us. Thank you ever so much for that. Probably not intentional, but it has helped us out quite a lot actually. Position 7, Grills, is 12.5 seconds away. 8 minutes of this race remaining. There is a yellow flag at bay that has swiftly gone. And by the time we jump to lap 8, Grills is 10.7 seconds away. So that clock is coming down rather quickly. Just need to make sure we can keep pace and keep bringing that clock down. Position 7 is definitely falling down on time. 4 seconds away. What is going on? They drove forward. Okay. Well, that is it's not a rejoin because they're technically already on the track. So I don't know what to say about that. Besides, very lucky, Flash. You managed to not get tangled up in said situations. And that hopefully will also keep Bafito at bay. They're 2 seconds away at the moment. Grills up ahead set a 143 as their best lap. We just set a 142.6. Yeah, we're 1 second a lap quicker than position 6 ahead. But this is our final lap now. Grills has overtaken the Ford Mustang up ahead of us. Ford Mustang 4 seconds away. Things are going to get very interesting. Are we going to be finishing this race off in position 7? Or will we be able to claim position 6? Not braking like that, we're not. Braked a little bit late, a little bit too eager, a little bit too excited at catching up to Kulnich up in front. Oh dear. That's cost us a good bit of time. Tyres are baking hot and unable to corner as effectively as they once were. Yeah. So that is the train of events of being a little bit too eager at catching up to those cars. Yeah, not ideal. Braking at the road on the right hand side, down to third gear, over the curb on the left, onto the pads on the right, and cutting that corner. There we go, beautifully done. 4 seconds away from position 6 ahead, and I think we're going to be secured in position 7. Not bad overall if you think about it. Started off in the pits pretty much dead last. 0 damage on this car. Managed to keep this race clean as possible. Some beautiful overtakes happened. Some beautiful crashes also happened, which we will be taking a deeper look into at the end of this race. Yes, Crash Cam is back because Le Mans Ultimate has a replay function that works. And it auto saves at the end of every race. What more could you ask for? Turn 10. I had to get that thing in there. Finishing this race off. Even though I spun and got hit, somehow my car's still in one piece. Fair enough. We have a couple of DNS. We're finishing off in position 7. Never guess what though? We get a new badge. Look at it. Trusted Racer badge applied. Having a couple of races that were clean. Absolutely incredible. So we're not too far off getting from 0 on our safety rating. With driver rating 3. And let's take a look at all these crashes that happily occurred in this race. Flying down into the chicane, the Porsche just drives through the poor Mercedes like it wasn't even there. It didn't even affect him, which is what amazed me the most. It's like just casually just drove through him. That was a little bit clumsy, wasn't it? Hello everybody, how are you doing? Oh dear. I bet that BMW driver absolutely crapped themselves when they came around that corner. Let's take a look from their angle. Even the wheel fell off. The commitment of just casually braking and not a lot changed. Shame. A little bit too eager on the throttle there. A little bit too eager not to brake, to be quite honest. Coming around this corner now, things going to get a little bit spicy and tight. Some McLaren's gone off. Oh, shutting back out. The Porsche's got taken out. Whoa, thank you to the BMW. That's all I can say about that. Coming down a little bit cornery. Mustang. Doing Mustang things. And off into the wheel go. There's going to be a loser there. Let me know who you think is right and wrong on that situation. But this is why I say sometimes that curve can be a little bit dicey to use. The corner angle, or the entry they chose to go for, is less than ideal. But at least they stayed committed. Ooh, over they go. Quick inspection of the bottom of the car, and he's just waving the yellow flag casually. Yeah, this is normal. Oh, that's pretty underneath, isn't it? No clue what that's about, though. Anyway, that's a new approach to taking that corner. The commitment of keeping the throttle down whilst going off into the gravel. Credit where credit's due. I mean, they're facing the right way. So a little bit of poo came out, but they saved it in the end. A little kiss up the back of the Porsche, and then the Porsche goes off wide and takes the BMW out. So yeah, a little bit of undue karma to a degree. Okay, just casually just waiting their time out, no problem. Just don't want any contact. We will wait for you to regain control. No problem. We're on to race 2 now. Now, this start is what we missed. What an incredible start to a race this is. Yeah, absolutely brutal. And to be fair, though, the Mercedes came out on top. It had zero impact on their car. And I don't understand why this Lamborghini just turned right. Like, they wasn't even there. It's a shame that red car got collected in said mess. Spicy turn 1 goings on here. Mercedes is hanging it a little bit wide. Buried it into the wall, and so is the BMW. Now, this is going to be the collector moment because everybody's barreling down at 150 plus miles per hour. Except for this guy. This guy decided to go off early and take somebody else with him. Oh, dear me. I mean, look at the state of what is going on. And it just, like I say, becomes a collection pot. Let me say, just sort of stuff it and run this way. Now, this is going to get a little bit messy. Them two are not giving each other enough space. And... ouch. Oh, he's even lost the wheel. Porsche probably actually better off than the Mercedes, to be fair.
Excuse me.
How? How? There it is, into the wall. Beautiful kiss. Just a dab of that, I thought a little bit too early, and ends up becoming a little bit of a collector. Our poor Ferrari is just trying to get through, and they're staying committed to pushing their way through. There's have 3 tyres still flying in the air there. Mustang doing Mustang things. And to top it all off, this Porsche driver forgets that even though you're in a straight line, you still have to know where you're going. Thank you all for watching.